How significant, Gene, is it that they've been forced to at least pause this rollout?
It's a good headline. It makes for a good topic for today, but it is not significant. Ultimately, Facebook is going to pause this project. They may even, in fact, kill the project around this, but it doesn't change, I guess, my opinion, first of all, that Facebook is toxic for our mental well-being. It doesn't change my prediction. Whatever happens with this children's version of Instagram, it doesn't change my prediction that investors will continue to be rewarded for owning Facebook. And the reason is that there is only one global directory, and that is Facebook and its properties. And so I think this is just yet another in the long list of headlines that they're navigating. And I would just ask Facebook, as they can justify, I think, in their offices, that this is a good thing, that ultimately having an avenue that has better content controls and parental controls is a good thing. I would firmly disagree. I think that if they do end up doing this product, it will open a floodgate of tweens and their usage of these devices. And in some ways, the floodgate is irrelevant. If you could just give me one more minute, Wilford, because this is important, is that the concept of our teens spending more time in digital environments, we're just at the very beginning of it. I hope they do kill this project. I hope we give our impressionable minds a couple more years to mature before we move into a digital world, because we're just at the tip of the iceberg of this digital world. When we think about the metaverse, our identities and digital identities, it is really intense. I would say it's unstoppable, and Facebook is going to benefit in the decade to come around being that global directory for this digital universe.
Yeah, which is why it is still a compelling investor story. And I guess to your point, Gene, the fact that in some ways there is no alternative trade, essentially, because digital advertisers essentially need to be on Facebook's platforms right now to, get those eyeballs and everything attached to that. At what point does that actually shift? I mean, on a day where you're seeing TikTok, I think it's 1 billion active monthly users now. I mean, is it going to be another social media company that comes in and becomes more dominant, or is it going to be something else, if anything?
It's going to be really hard to change the dynamics of this global directory. I think Facebook, it's just, to answer your questions, I think Facebook it's hard for me to say this, but I think that they're unstoppable. And the reason why it's hard for me to say it is I'm a person who believes and invests in technology. I believe that the metaverse is real. I do question how, what that is going to mean. I mean, just think about identity and just around a digital-first universe. It's just crazy. But Facebook is going to be the beneficiary of that, one of the biggest beneficiaries. On the hardware side, they're trying to advance that. I think Apple wins on the hardware side of it. I think Google's probably a winner. But just in terms of the network, I just can't see anybody replicating what they're doing. And I can't see anything stopping this drift we have to these immersive digital environments.